Hey everybody, and welcome to the Whole Package by Premier Packaging. I am your host, Billy Watkins, and my guest today is Tim Kauffmann, Premier's Product Innovation Specialist.
That's correct, sir.
You have like two titles, and Product Development Leader.
Hey, wow.
Here at Premier Packaging.
I'm surprised anybody would even follow me. That's good to know.
You are well followed, sir. Normally, this is weird. Normally, and I do nothing other than read what they tell me to read. But normally, we take a little time to get to know our guests and ask, where they came from and how they got here. We're going to forego all of those pleasantries today.
That sounds amazing.
I'm sure
there won't be a search party for me.
It has nothing to do with we can't. It's not that there's things in your past we don't want to talk about, right? It's just that we're going to dive into
cut to the chase and talk about packaging.
That's
why it's called the whole package, right?
That's why we're here.
Okay.
Mailers,
yep.
Poly mailers, paper mailers, all kinds of mailers. What is a mailer and
what's the 411?
What's the 411?
Well, back a long time ago, people shipped stuff in wooden crates, and it evolved to a corrugated box.
As we all know, yep.
And then people started to send out mail through the postal system. And then things started evolving to put other products in it instead of documents and letters and different things.
Right.
So nowadays we have customers buying a lot of poly and paper-based mailers from us as a good substitute versus
for a big bulky box.
Yeah, right on.
What are the features of a mailer that makes them better for shipping certain products and like clothing and whatnot, accessories, other non-fragile items?
This is a prop.
I like prop.
But you can imagine
it's like you're the carrot top of
receiving your pair of shoes, and they come in a bulky box like this. There's a whole lot of wasted space inside here. Normally that may not have anything, or it might have air pillows or paper.
Right.
So you're able to avoid all the void fill and
that you have to
tape.
add. Yeah.
I mean, the nice thing about having a mailer is you can hold that for a second.
Yes, sir.
Super Billy. You're able to take the slack out of that bag and reduce the size of the parcel. It helps you with a significant dim weight savings. The mailers usually cost less than the corrugated box. You could see how fast I was able to wrap that up too. Could you imagine
having to tape a box? I saw you tape that box earlier.
Take some time to grab a tape gun and fill it up with air pillows.
We'd still be here. And making that almost, depending on what your product lineup is, it's like one size fits most, right?
That or most of our customers usually have 2 or 3 sizes. Some have 4, but most of the time, if they're doing a lot of e-commerce shipments, they can condense it down to usually about 3 mailer sizes.
What in terms of the material that mailers are made out of, how does that help with the overall protection of the product inside?
Sure, it's pretty limited with a poly mailer here. It's really good for being able to fit around things. You have other like a paper mailer with no padding. Bring the garbage can.
Well, we can clean up later.
Recycle can.
Recycle.
Yeah. Having a paper mailer with no padding, it's a good substitute for that poly mailer. Sometimes that paper is not as pliable as a poly, so
a little stiffer.
Yeah.
But like with
I won't tape this, but you can
fold it down.
Fold it in half and still try to get some dim weight reduction. Usually these paper mailers are SFI or
FSC.
Yep. Curbside recyclable. WMU curbside recyclability. So
In terms
it's a really
of
good, sustainable choice.
in terms of security, what kind of security do these things provide for shipping?
Actually, it's probably a little bit better. It's amazing using our own mailer, how aggressive some of the adhesive is.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it'll just tear apart when you're pulling it open. You really have to pull on it. You can obviously see something's pilfered. It'll keep people from trying to get into it. Normally, with the poly mailer too, the adhesion on that's pretty good. But where'd you put our box, Billy?
Oh, that's fine.
You know, it's pretty easy to pilfer through a corrugated box.
Yeah.
I've seen people slit the tape. They're able to stick their hand in there, pull product out of it.
You'd never even know.
Like that, yeah. And there are tapes and things that cost a little bit more, security tapes, but usually a mailer is more secure than the curtain.
So a customer wants to switch to mailers, right? They're using a corrugated box. They see some of the advantages. What type of space-saving advantages are they going to get or benefits?
It's a fantastic question. So take our friend here, the 12 cube box, you're probably going to get, 5,000 of these on a truckload,
right?
8,000. Literally, 9 by 12 mailer, you'll have probably 50 to 60,000 mailers on one pallet.
Yeah.
So it's a significant space savings and a significant savings on freight.
That's amazing. Huge numbers there. So, Tim, what can we offer in terms of customization with mailers?
One thing you just pointed out is the ability to have a bottom or side gusset. This is more common in paper mailers, but you can kind of see how it gives a 3D effect to the mailer, plus having that bottom, these sides kind of pinch in a little bit and keep the product from moving around in the bag. I mean,
and it takes up no more space than a regular mailer, but it gives you more mailability.
Yes, that's correct.
And we may not have examples here with us live, but I'm sure we can show
There's
some.
There's a couple paper mailers. I think Jake's going to show some poly ones.
The magic of television.
But it's amazing. I've been doing this stuff a long time.
Yep.
When you first got a mailer, it basically just had like a return address on it in one color, and nobody really wanted to print it. Now, today it's a billboard.
Right.
Really, with the way people are printing these things, it's all about the branding and making it visible. I mean, you can see some customers will have bags sitting on a front porch, and you know that it's orange or gray or green or whatever. You can see it from a mile away on, going through the parcel system and everything. It's pretty cool.
So I mean, there's the sky's the limit in terms of customization, print wise, and using their own designs.
Plus, even the construction. You want to act like a pack station for a second?
Sure, I'd love to hold that wicket.
So this is a wicketed bag. You want to turn that to the camera?
Oh, sorry.
So these have been out there for about 10 years. I've spent a lot of time working on developing these, but there's a lot of features in these bags that help speed up the packing. Now, us taping that box up and sticking something in it's probably about 35 seconds. Right. Pulling one of these from a pack station is probably 15 to 20, but I mean, this is super fast being able to pack these things up. Having them on a wicket really speeds up your production line for high volume.
That was 7 seconds right there or something. Yeah. Time is money.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just another Usain Bolt, Billy. Usain Bolt of packaging.
Yeah, no.
No, but that's the importance of really dialing into these products, is really finding pain points and being able to people don't think about it, but cutting somebody's time in half is, it's going to help them save money or repurpose an employee or get more product through their plant.
So what are the, we talked a little bit about sustainability with the paper mailers. What are the eco-friendly options in terms of mailers?
Sure. Where'd that box go?
Tim will be back in one moment. I was researching about mailer, just the word mailer. I thought this was kind of fun. You may not know this. This is a fun fact. You know it's like an author and a journalist, Norman Mailer, right?
Yep.
Little known fact, he had a daughter named Polly.
With 2 L's or one?
It was 2 L's, Polly, P-O-L-L-Y.
Was it low density or high density?
Little Polly mailer.
Sure. One feature you just printed out on these sustainable mailers is having the different gussets or whatever. Here's one that we're making now that is non-padded, super flexible, so it fits around the products good. I kind of mentioned how good the tape is on these dudes. Here, tear that.
And this is, it's awesome because we are making this. We are manufacturing this.
Yes, and we have other vendors that are outside vendors running mailers, but there's several new ones out there that are cost effective now. I think the bad thing is the last 3, 4, 5 years when people were looking for these paper mailers, they weren't very cost effective. They were available, but it wasn't, people are still going to gravitate toward using the recycled bags still, unfortunately.
Right.
So,
but like any technology, the longer it goes, the cheaper it gets, kind of thing, right?
Sure. And this is, there's padded mailers out there. This happens to be one we're making as well, but you can check out that padding in there. Got some different items we can put in there here in a bit. Compostable mailers. There's some out in the market like this. It's really, some of them aren't really proven to work as well as they're supposed to, but they are available. But
certainly
it's going to be
different.
This one here is made out of bamboo.
Oh, nice. Okay.
See that? It says bamboo down there.
Yep.
And that's probably 2 to 3x or more in price on some of these. So
you've really got to be committed to wanting that type of thing.
Yep.
Do you have any specific examples of the benefits a customer has gained from switching to poly mailers? Anything you could share, talk about?
Not as specific customers, but it's just like we were just talking about, being able to pack things out faster. Just really being able to cut down on the space, the time it takes to pack, cost savings, increasing throughput through their plant.
And I mean, if you're in this business and you're shipping out a lot of stuff, have you just been sleeping? Why would a customer not have already kind of shifted towards this?
They've been out there in the market, and most customers are attuned to what's going on. But sometimes when you start out, you might have a semi-fragile kind of product, and you're just used to the box. To use in a box and feel a lot more comfortable. But as your business increases and you try to increase cost savings or create cost savings, you're going to look at different things to ship your product in. So that's when they're going to start gravitating toward the mailer.
So are there any innovations or improvements on the horizon with mailers, or have we kind of made it to the summit in terms of with this
no,
product?
there's good things happening every day. So there's more and more padded paper mailers out in the market. Some of the other things, it's almost kind of like a race to zero on these poly mailers. 10, 15 years ago, these things started out as a 3.5 mil, which is very, very thick.
Right.
And just through technology, the people extruding the film on mailers, I mean, the most common is probably a 2 mil now. If somebody has some really heavy, like boots or different things like that, their apparel they're putting in there, they may use it like a 2.5. But there's a lot of customers even going to like a 1.8 mil. So it's a pretty significant reduction in raw material and material in general.
And just even more savings then, right?
That's correct. It's all about saving.
It is all about savings. A dollar saved is a dollar earned.
Yes. Just kind of wanted to show some of the different things, why you would use one versus the other. So this is a pretty heavy tool set. This thing's just under 3 pounds.
Wow.
Pretty sharp edges.
Yep,
so,
I hate that stuff. Yep.
Really inserting these into a poly mailer, that's going to cut when it goes through the parcel system. It's almost like a razor blade.
Yeah.
Where it's, things going to end up working its way out of the package, out of different items like that. But, being able to put something like this into a padded mailer, and what do you want to do? Take that slack out of there, right?
Right. Fold her over.
Yep, this is going to travel a heck of a lot better than sending it through in a poly mailer. Some of these non-padded mailers will probably do okay. This is a good use for a bubble or padded
so that's amazing.
mailer.
So you're saying that with those sharp edges, better in the paper mailer than the poly?
Padded paper mailer.
Padded paper mailer, yeah.
Yep. So other things that are of interest sometimes when you have things like, just use these crayons. I love testing these because they're heavy.
Right.
Got
dense.
Sharp edges on the box and they break easy, so you can test products with it. But, just the sharp edges of that. Sometimes a shoe box is a little too soft or something. It's going to crush. But golf balls, different things like that. A lot of times you probably want to use that padded mailer. The other thing about that, it's actually 2 layers inside of it's 2 layers of protection versus 1 inside a padded mailer. So
a lot of options, a lot of opportunities for a customer. Finally, what do you think mailers are? Why do you think mailers are a smart choice for modern e-commerce and retail shipping?
Again, it's space savings, cost savings, throughput, the brandability. A lot of times, these printed papers and polys a lot more receptive to printing outside of a corrugated box. I mean, that's come a long way too. But
and sustainability.
Again, remember, this is like a billboard now, having a mailer go out. So.
Advertising while you're shipping
product.
Tim, you are nothing if not a guru in this industry.
Well, thanks.
I mean,
what is a guru?
Well,
not like a yoga guy.
Kinda, yes.
I'm not going to be doing much yoga.
You seem very zen to me, though. I appreciate your depth of knowledge and certainly had fun talking about this. We've made an absolute mess.
That's what we do.
And
we clean it up.
We have people to clean this up, so it's nice.
You're not having fun if you don't make a mess. Right?
Thank you again. Good time.
Okay.
This has been The Whole Package, everybody. I'm your host, Billy Watkins, Guru Tim Kauffmann. Until next time, everybody, bye-bye.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.